Dante got us being first seed in the NFC. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Bye week. Yeah, all that. All that.
Going into it, we talked about Kirk Cousins a little bit, and backstage, I was like, I think he gets a bad rap, man. It's a team sport
Yeah.
at the end of the day, and with my man Kirk, I've always liked this style. I knew I was one of the dudes, man. When it comes to this quarterback stuff, the only quarterback that I've been wrong about that I've ever predicted on was Cam Newton. He ended up being way better than I thought he was. But
Yeah.
when they were the Redskins at the time, picked up Robert Griffin III. Then they drafted my man Kirk at the same time. I'm like, y'all are sleeping on Kirk Cousins. Just wait till he gets his chance. And as soon as Robert Griffin III went down, he started winning them games. And everybody knows the famous, you like that in the walking back to the locker room. And after a while, he got traded up to you guys, got the bag, and I think for the most part, do I think the contract is warranted? That's up to be determined. But at the end of the day, it's been a team sport. But this year, as one of my Super Bowl favorites, can y'all get the job done with Kirk? And are you a fan of Kirk Cousins?
So, man, I mean, look, in 2018, right? Let's go back to 2017 because this is where it's all going to start at. All right, 2017, we had Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford goes down, and I'm just going to go through this for the people that don't follow the Vikings as much, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect y'all to know this. So 2017, we had Sam Bradford, right? Sam Bradford's in second game, gets injured. Case Keenum comes in. This is the year where the Vikings made it to the NFC Championship game, where the Super Bowl was held at US Bank Stadium. So we could have been the first team to play in our home stadium. Made it to the NFC Championship game with Case Keenum, got blown out. You know what I mean? And then I guess the front office was like, you know what? Well, Case Keenum, even though he won us 13 games, we got to the NFC Championship game. We just need a quarterback that can get us over the hump. Now, a lot of fans were feeling the same way, but I wasn't. I was one of those types where I was like, listen, we're going to bring in Kirk Cousins that has no history of winning any playoff games. He just doesn't have any history of winning. You know what I mean? So I was against it. I was like, yo, give Case Keenum the keys to the car for one more year. Let him play one more year. He has the chemistry, man. The team is rallying around him, obviously. Let's make it happen. Let them run it back one more time. Because if you look at the percentages for teams that make it to the NFC Championship game, the following year, usually their chances are very low to do that again. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like they usually only win 6 to 7 games on average when they did the math, right? So it's like we're bringing in Kirk Cousins. And to me, it was a waste. In 2018, it showed because he ended up only winning 8 games, I believe it was. I think we went like 8-8 that year. And it's just like, yo, you know what I mean? Like he hasn't proved anything. Now he won a playoff game in 2019 against the Saints, and that was cool. You know what I mean? But like we expect more from him this year. So this is what's important now. Now I'm on the Kirk train this year. And this is why. Because I know after Zimmer left, everything started coming to the light, right? He didn't have a relationship with Zimmer. We kind of knew Zimmer did not want him anyways. Zimmer's not a big offensive player guy. I don't care. You can be, Jerry Rice, Dan Marino. He won't like you. If you're not one of his defensive players, he really don't care what you got to say. So it was kind of unfair. So I feel like Kirk was in an unfair situation. Now we have Kevin O'Connell, and I think he's going to turn up, man. Like I actually got him being an MVP dark horse, bro. I'm being serious. I know people would laugh at that and they think I'm tripping, but he puts up the numbers. You know what I mean? He really does. He puts the numbers up every year, man. So I'm happy this year to sum it up, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the graphic that I did during the season last year. I was doing my roll up of quarterbacks week by week and how I felt like that they were turning out during the season. I was kind of giving them a ranking and looking at the matchups and giving them a grade. And I believe I found it right here in the first 3 weeks. Hold up, let me see if I can save this real quick and put it on the screen here. But in the first 3 weeks of the season, I had Kirk Cousins as my only A+ quarterback leading up to that point, and people are like, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "The dude is playing the best football for a quarterback right now," and y'all are like, go look at the numbers, go look at the games, regardless of what you say. it's not his fault that he's got the weapons on that team that he's got, and it's absolutely crazy. I think he gets a bad rap all the time. So let me just throw this up on the screen for one time for the haters of Kirk Cousins. This is what ECG thought about him right here.
Oh, let's get it with the A+. Let's rock.
I hit him with the "you like that." He was my highest rated quarterback through 3 weeks, man. So I expect.
So that was last year.
That was last year.
Okay. Hey, he was balling out, man. That's the weird thing about Kirk, man. Is like he does what he's supposed to do. It's just the pressure moment. You know what I mean? Like if you're a fan and you actually watch the whole game, you know what I mean, and you really get to analyze the game of, okay, he had a good game all the way up until 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and it's a third down, and we needed that throw, Kurt. But yet you held on to the ball too long. That one play, you know what I mean? Those are the things that we critique as fans because we sit and watch him play every snap. To where other people that might not watch him, they just look at the box score at the end and say, oh, well, he threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, how can, what's so bad about that? But, it's just certain things he does, man, that he needs to work on, bro. But, hey, I'm with you, though. A+, baby. Hey, I'm rocking with him for sure.
So, Always Compete has been in my chat for, the last couple of days. Appreciate the support. He's one of my new subs. And he said, how many playoff games has Kirk Cousins won with the Vikings? Just wondering.
Yeah.
I don't know that statistic off just one so far.
Yeah, he's won one, man.
Like I was telling Rat backstage, man, it's a team sport. I'm a true believer of that on any type of success that you see players have. I think it's one of the most, and this might be a hot take, man. They call me Hot Take Dante sometimes, so it's all good. But I was like, look at Dan Marino, look at some of the quarterbacks, look at some of the players that have never won Super Bowls and everything like that are in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think that statistic should be held so high in a team sport. But it is what it is. I think this is the year that he wins 3 or 4 playoff games, or three playoff games, and possibly wins the Super Bowl. So
Dante got us being first seed in the NFC. Let's get it. Bye week. Yeah, all that. All that. All that.
And we'll get into it. I don't know if you've seen the episode on our Vikings predictions, but we'll go ahead and get into that as well later as one of our topics. I did ask the chat if they like Kirk Cousins or not. We got 7 votes. 71% said yes. 29% said no. So that's a pretty good percentage.
That's a good percentage. Yeah, for sure, man. A lot of people that aren't Vikings fans love him. You know what I mean? They say, man, he's good enough. Like y'all Vikings complain a little too much about Kurt, man. This man puts up numbers. You know what I'm saying? So quit complaining about him, man, and enjoy having a decent quarterback. Good, not great quarterback. And
Justin Jefferson can't put up those numbers without him, man. You don't throw the ball to himself. So. And Adam Thielen, I mean, we talked about him, and Adam Thielen doesn't get those yardage and touchdowns without Kirk Cousins too.
True. That's true, man. Hey, I definitely appreciate what he does. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, man. He's on and off, man. Y'all will probably see me, the ones that do go follow my page during the year, man. You'll see me go off on him a couple times, man. But it's all love, though, man. I love my quarterback, man.
Yeah,
I'm like T.O., man. I love my quarterback, man.
I like him too, man. I'm not a big hater of Kirk, but
sure.